Hello and welcome to Celebrity Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are BBC Breakfast host John Kay. His specialist subject is the classic 1980s sitcom The Young Ones. BT Edmondson, an actress, her subject is the American rock band The Strokes. Singer and actress Suzanne Shaw, she'll be answering questions on the Friends character Joey Tribbiani, and comedian Glenn Moore, whose subject is the films of Paul Thomas Anderson. Their CVs are packed to bursting with accolades and achievements. Fame and fortune, been there, done that. But I hear you cry, there's one thing missing in their gilt-edged lives, this magnificent Celebrity Mastermind trophy, unavailable to mere mortals. No amount of cash locked away in a Swiss bank account will get you one of these. No, sir. You've got to do the hard yards and tackle 1.5 minutes of questions on a specialist subject and 2 minutes on general knowledge. Our celebs tonight are up for the challenge and all to help their favourite charities. So, can I ask our first celebrity contender to please make their way to the black chair?
Good luck.
Thank you. Your name?
John Kay.
Your occupation?
Presenter and journalist.
Your chosen charity?
Little Hero.
And your specialist subject?
The Young Ones.
Yes, the anarchic television show about 4 students sharing a house in the early 1980s. In 1.5 minutes, let's go. What 2-word phrase is written on the back of the sleeveless denim jacket that the punk medical student Vivian wears throughout the show's run?
Very metal.
Yes, in the first episode, the housemate's landlord, Jerzy Belowski, claims he knew which pop group when they were Lancashire clog dancers and known as Arthur, Betty, Boris and Angela.
ABBA.
Yes, in the episode Cash, Nigel Planer's hippie Neil serves what substance to Mike and Vivian for supper, claiming that it's risotto and has probably just gone cold.
Snow.
Yes, what's the single-word title of the episode in the second series that opens with the housemates all ill in bed and Mike then announcing that he's found a fish in his bed?
Sick.
Yes, when the housemates appear on University Challenge, what's the double-barreled surname of the contestant on the Footlights College team who's played by Emma Thompson?
Money Sterling.
Yes, in the episode Nasty, Rick goes to his bedroom, locks the door and surreptitiously retrieves a copy of what magazine from beneath the floorboards? Yes, Cosmopolitan. In the final episode, Summer Holiday, which comedian and actor plays the German postman who delivers the housemates' exam results and tells them that they have come bottom in the whole world?
Lenny Henry.
Yes, in the episode Flood, Vivian attempts to build what mode of transportation on the kitchen table from cardboard boxes?
Submarine?
Yes, in the episode Interesting, a policeman enters the house and smashes up the housemate's record player within seconds of Rick putting on an album by which band?
Pass.
The South African vampire played by Alexei Sayle in the episode Nasty claims that he's not really a vampire but actually has what job?
He's a driving instructor from Johannesburg.
He is a driving instructor from Johannesburg. Johnny had just the one pass in the episode Interesting. A policeman enters the house, smashes up their record player, and the album that's being played is by The Human League.
Oh, yes.
At the end of that round, John, you've got 9 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Your name?
BT Edmondson.
Your occupation?
Actress.
Your chosen charity?
MS Society.
And your specialist subject?
The Strokes.
Yes, the indie rock band formed in New York City in 1998 in 1.5 minutes. Let's go. What's the name of the lead singer of The Strokes who was born in 1978 to the founder of a modelling agency and a former Miss Denmark?
Julian Casablancas.
Yes, the band's 2001 debut EP, which earned much praise from the British music press and prompted a bidding war among record companies, is entitled The Modern What?
Age.
Yes, at which small club in the Houston Street area of New York did the band play their first gig in September 1999?
The Spiral.
Yes, of the 5 regular members of The Strokes, 4 were born in the United States, while the drummer Fabrizio Moretti was born in which South American country?
Brazil.
Yes, which photographer shot the striking image that became the cover picture on the UK release of The Strokes' first album, Is This It?, though it had to be replaced for the US market?
Colin Lane.
Yes, in the first week of October 2002, the Strokes were the opening act in Hartford, Connecticut, for which famous British rock band?
The Rolling Stones.
Yes, what's the title of the band's 2003 UK hit single, which, according to the lyrics, is "The time my voice found the words I sought"?
Oh, Juicebox?
No, 12:51.
Oh, no.
As a warm-up performance for the 2010 Isle of Wight Festival, the band played a secret gig at Dingwalls in Camden under what meat-related alias?
Venison.
Yes, the video for the 2020 single, The Adults Are Talking, features members of the band celebrating after playing a team of robots at which sport?
Baseball.
Yes, although RCA has been the band's major record company in the United States, most of their studio albums issued in the UK have been released on what label?
Rough Trade.
Yes, what 2004 single from the album I've Started So I'll Finish? What 2004 single from the album Room on Fire features the lyrics, "You're no longer laughing, I'm not drowning fast enough"?
Reptilia.
It is Reptilia. At the end of that round, Beatty, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you very much.
And our next contender, please. Your name,
Suzanne Shaw.
your occupation,
Singer, actress.
your chosen charity,
Well child.
and your specialist subject.
The Friends character Joey Tribbiani.
Yes, the amiable, amorous Italian-American actor played by Matt LeBlanc in 1.5 minutes. Let's go. The season 3 episode in which Joey and his flatmate Chandler adopt 2 pets is called The One with a Chick and a What?
Duck.
Yes, Joey gains his first major television role on the real-life soap Days of Our Lives, playing a neurosurgeon with what surname?
Remore.
Yes. What's the first name of Joey's blunt, chain-smoking agent, played by June Gable, who bad-mouths Joey all over town after she mistakenly believes that he's left her agency?
Estelle.
Yes, in The One with the Butt, Joey obtains, but then loses a job acting as the butt double in a shower scene for which American film star?
Al Pacino.
Yes, what's the name of the stuffed toy whom Joey calls his bedtime penguin pal and to whom Rachel and Ross's daughter Emma becomes attached, much to Joey's distress?
Hugsy.
Yes, in season 3, when Rachel opens Joey's freezer, she finds a copy of what Stephen King novel, which he calls the scariest book ever, and says he feels safer when he puts it in there.
The Shining.
Yes, in The One with the Ride-Along, when a car backfires, Ross thinks Joey dives to protect him, but he's really trying to save what item?
His sandwich.
Yes, Joey reveals that in his early acting days, he made a commercial in Japan for Ichiban, a men's version of what cosmetic item?
Lipstick.
Yes, when Joey takes a waiting job in the restaurant Alessandro's, where Monica is the head chef, he tells her he'd rather she didn't call him Joey at work because he's trying out what cool work nickname?
Pete.
Oh, Dragon. In season 6, Joey is cast. I've started so I'll finish. In season 6, Joey is cast in a short-lived television series in the starring role of Mac Machiavelli, a crime fighter who has a robot partner with what name?
Dave.
No, cheese.
Cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, Suzanne, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 8 points.
Thank you.
And our final contender, please.
Go for it, Glenn.
Your name,
Glenn Moore,
your occupation,
comedian,
your chosen charity,
special effect,
and your specialist subject.
the films of Paul Thomas Anderson.
The award-winning American director's 9 feature films released between 1996 and 2021 in 1.5 minutes. Here we go. Which of Paul Thomas Anderson's films stars Philip Baker Hall as a professional gambler who takes a young man under his wing and teaches him the tricks of the trade?
Hard 8.
Yes. Which actor received the only Oscar nomination of his career for his performance as an adult film producer and director named Jack Horner in Boogie Nights?
His name is Gary Busey. It's not.
No. Burt Reynolds, what keyboard instrument, which he initially thinks is a small piano, does Barry Egan rescue when it's dumped on the street near his workplace in Punch Drunk Love?
Harpsichord.
No, harmonium.
Harmonium.
In Licorice Pizza, Gary Valentine is a high school student who, on the day of his yearbook photo, asked the photographer's assistant, Alana Kane, to meet him for dinner at which restaurant?
Cocktails.
No, Tale of the
Cox.
Cock.
Oh, God.
Anderson's 2014 film Inherent Vice is based on a novel by which American author?
Thomas Pynchon.
Yes. What's the name of the philosophical movement founded by the cult leader Lancaster Dodd, played by Anderson's regular collaborator Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master?
The Cause.
Yes, in Phantom Thread, a London fashion designer is commissioned to make the wedding dress for a Belgian princess and sews what two-word secret message into the lining?
Never cursed.
Yes, in There Will Be Blood, Daniel Day-Lewis plays an oil prospector who, following the death of a fellow worker, adopts the man's son, giving the boy what name comprising just two initials?
H.W.
Yes, which American singer received an Oscar nomination for her song Save Me, which features in Anderson's three-hour 1999 film Magnolia?
Amy Mann.
Yes, in Boogie Nights, Heather Graham plays an adult film star known by what name because of her distinctive footwear?
Roller Girl.
It is Roller Girl. Glenn, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 7 points. And at the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 7 points, it's Glenn. In third place with 8 points, it's Suzanne. In second place with 9 points sits John. And in first place with 10 points, it's Beatty. So now it's general knowledge, and if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account, and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. So let's ask Glenn to join us again, please. Glenn, your comedy is described as gag-driven comedy at its finest.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I think that's why I found Paul Thomas Anderson so relatable. Sort of, I have a critical acclaim, and yet I'm operating at a devastating financial loss. Yeah, I think I started off as just I had longer jokes, and then I just tried to sort of keep whittling them down, which is a fun sort of thing to try to do when writing a show. But what it means is often I'll get ready to go on tour and realise I've turned a 2-hour show into a 5-minute one.
You've actually got a Radio 4 show, Glenn Moore's Almanac, which is fascinating.
The idea is it's a stand-up show where it takes a particular historical event that happened within my lifetime, and it looks at what I was doing on that day and how it was sort of connected, but just with loads of jokes, and it's usually completely nonsensical.
Well, give us an example.
Well, one would have been one of the general elections, which I used to work as a newsreader and a roving reporter, so I was covering it at the time. I was dreadful. I was a dreadful roving reporter. Really, really bad at it. Really, like your job is so safe.
Well, I can tell you no gags now, Glenn. You start with 7 points. You've got 2 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Which cardinal point on a compass is represented by the letter N?
North.
Yes. Which famous English steeplechase was won in April 2024 by the Irish-trained horse I Am Maximus?
Grand National?
Yes. The jive, the two-step and the quadrille are all types of what leisure activity?
Dance.
Yes. Which Canadian singer had his 5th solo UK #1 album with a 2023 release entitled For All the Dogs?
I don't know, Ozone.
No. Drake, the title of a BAFTA-winning television show, first broadcast in 2002, is Ant and Dec Saturday Night what?
Takeaway.
Yes, the English island of Lindisfarne is also commonly known by what other name reflecting its history as a centre of Christianity?
Mead Town.
No, Holy Island. In the Harry Potter film series, the title character is played by which actor?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes, what's the medical term for inflammation of the vocal cords or voice box?
Laryngitis.
Yes, Bourbon Street in the French Quarter on the Mississippi River is a major tourist area in which American city?
New Orleans.
Yes, a popular nursery rhyme about a creature who climbed up the water spout is known in the UK as Incy Wincy what?
Spider.
Yes, when used to describe an Italian still wine, the term secco is usually translated into English as what word?
Pro? No, sorry. White.
No, it's dry. The artists Pablo Picasso, Barbara Hepworth and L.S. Lowry all died in which decade of the 20th century?
20s.
No, the 1970s. The English and the sessile are the two species native to the British Isles of what tree?
Oak.
Yes. What device used in engineering to control the flow of electricity has a name that's believed to be a blend of the words transfer and resistor?
Transistor.
Yes. The Smiler roller coaster, which opened in 2013 with a record-breaking 14 loops, is in which English theme park in the Midlands?
Alton Towers.
Yes. What term for the lowest class of citizens in ancient Roman society is used in Marxist theory to refer to the industrial working class and is often contrasted with the term bourgeoisie?
Peasants?
No, proletariat.
Proletariat, of course.
So, Glenn, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 18 points. Next up, it's Suzanne.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, Suzanne. Best known, of course, for being part of the pop group Hearsay. Pop Pioneers, you won a TV reality show, Pop Stars, of course, 2001, and you were just 18.
I know. I was 18 when I auditioned for the band and 19 when I had my first #1. Feels like a lifetime ago, but only yesterday. It's mad. It's mad. And the band was only together for like a tomato season, like, I don't know, 18 months.
I mean, the first act in UK chart history to top the singles chart and the albums chart at the same time with your debut releases. Elton John, no. The Beatles, no. The Rolling Stones, no. It was Hearsay.
I know, right? Well, you know, it was great. It's great to take that kind of thing away from it.
And after Hearsay, you went on the stage. Roxy Hart in Chicago, Janet in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, I mean, before I got into Hearsay, it was musical theatre and acting that I was so passionate about. So to land the part of Roxy Hart was a big deal. And it was so amazing to be part of that and be in the West End.
All right, well, let's see how good you are on general knowledge. You start with 8 points. The score to beat as it stands is 18 points. You've got 2 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The term choo-choo is often used by small children to refer to what mode of transport?
Train.
Yes, which stage musical is often billed on promotional posters as the untold story of the Witches of Oz?
Wizard of Oz.
No, Wicked. Which city is the national capital of Argentina?
Buenos Aires.
Yes, in August 2023, which singer gave birth to her second child, a son, whom she and her rapper partner A$AP Rocky named Riot Rose?
Beyonce.
No, Rihanna. The adjective renal means relating to which pair of organs in the human body?
Eyes.
No, kidneys. Which composer was buried in the Père Lachaise cemetery in Paris in 1849, although his heart was taken to a church in his native Poland?
Mozart.
No, Chopin. In the name of the fuel known in short as LPG, the letter L stands for what word?
Liquid.
Yes, I'll take that, liquefied. The film's subtitle, Welcome to the Jungle, and The Next Level are sequels to what 1995 fantasy adventure, starring Robin Williams and Kirsten Dunst, about a magical board game?
Jumanji.
Yes. What's the name of the famous 15th century papal chapel in the Vatican City that's named after Pope Sixtus IV?
Oh, pass.
At an average distance of about 93 million miles away, which is the closest star to the Earth?
Pass.
What medical television drama series, first broadcast in 1986, celebrated its 1000th episode in 2016 and won a BAFTA in the soap category in 2024?
Casualty.
Yes. In which resort town on the east coast of England did Billy Butlin open his first holiday camp in 1936?
Pass.
Which Welsh rock band had a UK #1 single in 2005 entitled Dakota?
Pass.
In American football, a touchdown scores how many points?
5.
No, 6. Suzanne, you had 4 passes. Stereophonics, UK #1 single 2005 entitled Dakota, Skegness. Billy Butlin, that's where he opened his first camp. It's the sun that's the closest star to the Earth. And the Sistine Chapel.
That's it. I knew all of it.
I knew you
Can
knew
I do
all
it
of
again?
And Suzanne, at the end of that round, you've got 13 points. Next up, it's John.
Good luck, good luck.
John, host of BBC Breakfast alongside Sally Nugent. Millions of people wake up to you. What's it like realising that yours is the first face they see?
I think it was the late Bill Turnbull who said the thing you've got to remember is lots of people are watching, which is scary, but a lot of them are in their pants. So that was, that's what you have to try to imagine, but then also try not to imagine at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's a massive responsibility. But people still turn to the telly in the morning to find out what's happened overnight, what they need to know for the day ahead.
The young ones. That was your specialty subject. Did that reflect your experience as a student?
I did live in a house with a load of blokes that was pretty grim at times. I remember waking up one morning and finding a snail on my pillow at one point, which was a bit young ones.
A snail?
Yeah, it was a pretty damp house. But no, I don't think I was like the young ones. Little did I know you'd put me next to young ones royalty here tonight with Beattie here. It was actually interviewing her dad Aid on breakfast that made me think about doing the young ones as my subject tonight. So yeah.
General knowledge now, of course, John. Do you start
Okay.
with 9 points? The score to beat is, as it stands, 18 points. You've now got 2 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The 5-letter word telly is an informal name for what household appliance?
Television.
Yes. What 1969 UK hit single for Frank Sinatra begins with the lines, and now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain?
My Way.
Yes, a cockapoo is a cross between a poodle and what other breed of dog?
A Cocker Spaniel.
Yes, it was announced in 2023 that the 2030 FIFA Men's World Cup would be jointly hosted by Spain, Portugal, and which North African country?
Morocco.
Yes, for a 40th wedding anniversary, it's traditional to give gifts made from what precious stone?
Ruby.
Yes, what decimal number is written in binary notation as 10?
10.
No, 2. A major American technology company whose name is commonly abbreviated to HP was founded in 1939 by 2 engineers named William Hewlett and David Who.
Packard.
Yes, which is the most populous of Australia's 6 states?
New South Wales.
Yes, which comic book hero has been played in feature films by Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Christian Bale and Ben Affleck, among
Batman.
others? Yes, Batman, a circus act involving aerial acrobatics on an elevated swing, is known as a flying what?
Trapeze.
Yes, in which Italian city is the Pitti Palace, home to several major museums and the Boboli Gardens?
Florence.
Yes, which theatre composer wrote an anthem entitled Make a Joyful Noise for the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla?
Oh, pass.
John Kerry served for 4 years as US Secretary of State during the second term of office of which American president?
Barack Obama.
Yes, roll mops are pickled fillets of which fish?
Herring.
Yes, what's the title of the American television comedy series first shown in 2021, which stars Martin Short, Selena Gomez and Steve Martin as 3 strangers who share a keen interest in true crime podcasts?
The young ones.
No, Only Murders in the Building, which royal residence in London was built in the late 1680s when King William III and Queen Mary II commissioned Christopher Wren to enlarge an existing property called Nottingham House.
Clarence House.
No, Kensington Palace.
Oh, okay.
John, you had just a 1 pass. Make a Joyful Noise was written for the coronation of King Charles III and Camilla by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And at the end of that round, John, you've got 21 points.
Thank you. I feel like I've had my appraisal at BBC News. Thanks, Clark.
And finally, let's have Beattie again, please.
Go on.
BT Showbiz, of course, it runs in your family. Your mum, Jennifer Saunders, your dad,
True.
Aid Edmondson. What was that like as a kid for you?
So I didn't watch a lot of it. I watched French and Saunders.
Ah.
And then someone at school asked me if my mum was Jennifer Saunders, and I had to go home and ask her if that was correct.
Right.
I was like, are you? Someone said at school that you're this Jennifer Saunders lady.
Well, I mean, you know, your dad, he won Celebrity Mastermind.
Yeah, the trophy is displayed quite prominently
it
in
really?
the house. Yeah, it's not hidden away.
Okay, well, you're going to have to knock him off his perch.
Yeah.
Because you start with 10 points, BT. The score to beat to be a Celebrity Mastermind is John Kay's 21 points. You've got 2 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The 3-letter name of which hot drink sounds the same as a letter of the English alphabet?
Tea.
Yes, in the Gregorian calendar. There are how many days in the month of October?
31.
Yes. What's the usual 5-letter name of the reptile, sometimes called the European viper, which is the only snake native to Britain that's venomous?
Adder.
Yes, the word costermonger is derived from costard, a cooking variety of what fruit?
Apples.
Yes, the 2022 memoir by Martin Kemp, subtitled My 80s Story, focusing on his time in Spandau Ballet, is entitled Ticket to the what?
Gun show.
No, world. An Olympic triathlon combines running, cycling and what other sport?
Swimming.
Yes, the oxide mineral hematite is the main commercial ore of which metal?
Steel?
No, Iron. What 1997 film directed by James Cameron won 11 Oscars and became the first to earn $1 billion at the box office worldwide?
Titanic.
Yes, in the abbreviation CMYK, for the 4 colours of ink used in most modern printers, the letter K stands for key, indicating what colour?
Black?
Yes, nice to see you. To see you. Nice was the catchphrase of which knighted entertainer and television presenter who died in 2017?
I'll pass.
What's the stage name of the London-born singer Rachel Keane, who won a record 6 Brit Awards in March 2024?
Lady Gaga?
No, Ray. What name is given to the form of Chinese that's the predominant language spoken in Hong Kong and Macau?
Mandarin?
No, Cantonese. Prospect Park and Coney Island are attractions in which borough of New York City?
Manhattan.
No, Brooklyn. Which Irish milliner, known for his unconventional designs, created 20 hats for the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in 2018?
Pass.
The ancient sculptures taken from the Parthenon in Athens and shipped to the UK in the early 19th century, I've started so I'll finish, shipped to the UK in the early 19th century, are commonly known by what name after the British ambassador to the Ottoman Empire who arranged their removal?
Yeah, I know it, but it's gone. Yeah, pass.
It is the Elgin.
Elgin
Marbles. 2 other passes. Philip Tracy is the Irish milliner who created those designs for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And nice to see you, Bruce Forsyth.
I mean, what? It's the check. It's the check life.
It's the check. It's the check. Well, it clearly was something, BT, because at the end of that round, you've got 17 points.
Oh, okay.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In 4th place with 13 points, it's Suzanne Shaw. In 3rd place with 17 points sits BT Edmondson. In 2nd place with 18 points, it's Glenn Moore. So in 1st place with 21 points, it's John Kay, which means he takes home the trophy and is tonight's Celebrity Mastermind winner. John, this belongs to you. Well done.
I'm going to put it right in the middle of the table on breakfast every single morning. Pride of place. Thank you.
Fantastic. Many congratulations. So join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
It's really weird swapping a red sofa for a black chair. Another iconic bit of furniture. And normally I'm asking the questions and not answering the questions. So yeah, it was a bit weird, but this is lovely.